question. I do YouTube. Is it alright if I upload this to YouTube?
Yeah, of course. No worries.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you
yeah.
very much. Hello guys, Absolute Duelist here, coming at you with another one-piece match. Round 4 from my Treasure Cup the previous weekend. Now, this is round 4, obviously, and it's against a Whitebeard player. His camera is a little blurry, so I will do my best so you guys can, know what's going on, what my opponent was doing, everything along those lines. And yeah, we're just gonna have a good game here. And just a reminder for all of you who do have your matches, RNT have stated you cannot upload your matches unless you have in the video recorded proof of your opponent agreeing to letting you upload the match. So just for all those out there who think, oh yeah, I'll upload my games as well, don't do it. You can get into a lot of trouble unless you have that in the video from the game. But guys, this is my round 4 match. We're up against Whitebeard. It's going to be a very interesting game because honestly, playing Law, I don't think I've ever had a real big issue of playing against a Whitebeard deck. It's a deck that I find very easy to beat, even though it's technically supposed to be the best deck in the game. I think Law is just the hard counter to it. It's really easy to beat, it's not a problem, and yeah, but it looks like we're going into the mulligans now. I've chosen to mulligan, my opponent has not chosen to mulligan from the looks of it. He's just thinking if it's the correct hand, if he wants to keep it, should he go with it? Like, that's currently what it looks like he's thinking, and he's chosen to mulligan in the end. So, we've drawn for turn, drawn our cards, but I don't think I offered the opponent a cut. Maybe I just missed it, because it doesn't look like a cut. Anyway, he's going ahead and doing his, drawing his hand, putting out his life. All the good stuff, and sorry that the camera is on an angle, guys, as well. Some people in the Treasure Cup did have their camera on an angle, like, as long as you could see the cards. I think that was just the main rule for the event. So, we're going to see what he's going to do. So, it looks like the Whitebeard player is going first. He's going to go ahead and do nothing on his first turn and take a life. So, maybe I won the dice roll, because normally in the Whitebeard match, I do tell him to go first. So, our turn comes down, we drop double, blocker, chopper, and we pass for turn. So he's going to go ahead and swing 6 into life. We're just going to go ahead and take it. And he goes and plays a Nico Robin. Very strong card. Very good card to play against us especially. But we're going to go ahead and rest 2, looking at the top 5 with our Dan. Not being scared of that Nico Robin. And we go ahead and grab an Otama. And what else are we going to do? We've got 2 Don left. We can go ahead and play that Capone. We're going to put 1 onto our leader and swing for 6 into life. Will he counter out? Like, this is one of the reasons why I find Whitebeard very easy to play against as well, guys. Because all I ever do when I play against a Whitebeard player is I just make sure that I make them go first, and then I attack with 6k into the lead every single time. And he did choose to take the life. So we're going to go ahead and see what he does. Because we also played the Capone. So he's probably going to put 1 Don underneath the Whitebeard there. And, the Nico Robin, and swing into our leader. Like, that just makes the most sense. It gets rid of a blocker, it gets rid of life potentially, it gets rid of a card in hand. Like, it just makes the most sense. So he's going to go ahead and do that exact thing. He's going to put 1 onto the Nico Robin. We're going to go ahead and counter out and let him kill the Capone. He's going to hit for 6, and we're going to go ahead and take it. So that's what he's chosen to do. He's played a 4 cost as well, taking a life, putting him down to 3. And yeah, so he's taken a life. He's down to 3 life as well. So, yeah, we're in a pretty good position. He's on 5 Don. Next turn, he should be going down a bit more as well. We go ahead and play the Bonnie, though. We're going to rest 2. Looking at the top 5 cards, we go ahead and grab a Rush Luffy. And then it looks like we're going to go ahead and swing 3 into something. Oh no, we played the Otama, so we played the Otama and decreased the Nico Robin, so we're swinging 3 into the Robin. He lets it die, then we're going to go ahead and swing 6 into life. Will he take it? Let's find out. Like, the logical choice here is to take, right? So, no, it's not the logical choice. It just counts as for 1. So he goes in and counts for 2. We rest 2, we go ahead and shambles with our Dan, play the Basil Hawkins. Okay, that's a very good card there. And he goes on to 7 Don. So, I think there was a mistake at one point, guys, as well, because of, like, if I remember correctly, we did have an issue where I think his life was wrong. Because we went ahead and swung into life with our Law, and either he didn't take it, or he didn't hit it, because, like, right now, he's on, well, first turn he takes 1, second turn he takes 2, third turn he takes 3, and he's been hit once. So I think there was a debate about us where we think that he missed a life take, and I think I can't remember the exact outcome. We just have a talk about it just to be sure, and yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and see what happens with that, because he did take a life hit with the Trafalgar Law, so he should be 1 more life down. Because he played the Nico Robin, he had no cards in trash. So he does take it. From the footage, we can go ahead and see that he didn't actually take the life when he played the Robin. So we just corrected it here, making sure that all the game is fair, that there's no cheating going on and everything, you know, because sometimes people do forget it is a game after all. So just, if someone does forget, just make sure that you correct it, you take the extra life, and, you know, we could have gotten a judge there and I could have probably gotten him a penalty, but I didn't feel like he deserved it, because it was just a mistake, and if it happens again, then maybe I'll call a judge. But anyway, it looks like he is starting to swing with his Whitebeard leader. I'm going to choose to counter, and he also swang with the, I believe that's called Thatch. It's the 4-cost Whitebeard that has 6k power, but he's also going to go ahead and play a Frankie for 4. Just so he can have that additional 6k body, and we've got a pretty good board against this right now. We've got the Basil Hawkins, so we can go ahead and boost that up to kill this 4-cost attacker. He's on 1 life. We are in a very, very strong position. So we're going to go ahead and use the Bonnie's ability, looking at the top 5, potentially getting a card to hand, and I think we did. I think it was the Restand Law. I actually didn't catch that. My bad, guys. I do apologize. But we're going to go ahead and put 1 onto our lead, swing 6, I think, into life. Trying to deal with the life blow, you know, take out the life now. If he takes it, then we can just put all the Don onto the Basil Hawkins and then go ahead and swing into the character and then also swing into life. He does choose to take it, so we're going to go ahead and put 4 onto the Basil. And we're going to go ahead and shambles as well, playing the Trafalgar Law, returning the Bonnie and the Otama to go ahead and play another Curly Dedan to look at the top 5, and adding an Otama to our hand. So we're in a very good position right now. So we go ahead and swing into the 4-cost character. I honestly cannot remember his name, guys, I do apologize. And he goes ahead and Red Hawks. This is one of the things that I was kind of playing around, which is why I chose the shambles when I did, just because obviously he can go ahead and remove something, stop us from shambling, and that's not great. So he goes ahead and Red Hawks, use it to kill the chopper, and he does drop an Eco Robin as well, just so he can, you know, prevent his character from dying. And then we're going to swing 10 again. I'm not sure if this was into life or into the character. It might have been into the character, because we just wanted to kill the character, control the board from this point onwards, make our life a little bit easier. So it looks like I'm actually debating if I want to swing. Do I want to swing in this position, let the Basil die? Maybe we don't swing. Maybe we don't swing. We do. Okay, we're keeping it sideways. We are choosing to swing. And he's just counting our cards in hand, making sure that our hand is fine. No cheating going on, you know. We got to make sure that the game is fair and square. You know, don't want to make a mistake or anything. And let's see where this is going to go. So he's going to go ahead and drop a guard point, and it looks like he was also debating on dropping that Otama, and he does go ahead and drop the Otama as well. So he's kind of wasting his hand a bit now. We're decreasing his hand, making sure it's gone. So let's go ahead and see where this goes. So we've got 2 blockers, the chopper, a good chunky hand. Let's see what the Whitebeard player is going to do here. So, what's his choices? He can go ahead and swing with the Frankie and also the Whitebeard character to go ahead and try to kill the Basil, because the Basil's probably his biggest problem right now, right? The Basil's the thing that's going to cause the most issues. But he's going to go ahead and play a Marco to kill the chopper. Okay. That's good for him. That means that he can lose that. And he's going to go ahead and swing 6, probably into the Basil Hawkins. Just to go ahead and deal with that. We do choose to 1k counter, so it was definitely the Basil Hawkins. And he's still got access to 5 Don, I believe. Also, actually, no, he should be on 9. He should be on 9 Don. So he's going to swing 6 again, probably into the Basil Hawkins again. Trying to kill that, trying to get rid of it, because it is really the biggest issue on the board right now for him. This Basil Hawkins being able to swing big is just insane. So we do go ahead and 1k counter, dropping the Jewelry Bonnie. And he's got the Frankie left to swing with. So what he could do is he could just shove all his Don under the Frankie and try to kill the Basil that way. We do have the Law blocker though, so we could just go ahead and sack the Law blocker to keep the Basil Hawkins alive. But I don't know. What would you guys do in this situation? He's going to go ahead and play a Fusa though. Okay, so he chose to go for the blocking route to try and keep himself alive, which is actually probably the smarter route, because of, even though we've got the Basil Hawkins, we can put it up to 10, and then just swing into the character, or swing into life. Like, it's actually a big debate. So right now, I think I'm just debating how much life does he have? Where's the right place? So we go ahead and swing 6, I believe, into life here to try and force out the counter. He goes ahead and EZOs. He has 4 cards left in hand. Now, I think at this point, I started to do some maths, where it's like, okay, you've got all these cards in hand. Oh wait, no, this isn't the point. So we haven't gotten to that point yet, where we start doing math. But we go ahead and play the Dan, and we're going to go ahead and add the Nami to our hand. Okay, not a bad choice, but it looks like we've got a Rush Luffy there. We've got a Capone. So we've got choices. So we're going to go ahead and put 3 onto the Basil. Nope, we're going to put 4 onto the Basil, and we're going to swing Basil into character, if I remember correctly. We do swing into the character, just to clear his board a bit, right? Because if he does block, that's cool, but if he counters out, then it's going to be a bit annoying for us, right? So we go ahead and swing again into life, and this is where I believe he's going to block. He goes ahead, yeah, he has to block here. He has to block here. But it looks like he's thinking. Like, what's his play? What's his motive here? Does he block? Does he counter out? Like, honestly, I think the blocking is just the most sense, right? Because even though we do have a 9k swing, this is the 10k. Like, 10 is obviously bigger than 5. Sorry, bigger than 8 or 9. So blocking this is probably better. So he does go ahead and block it. And we're going to go ahead and rest 1 to play a Nami, looking at the top 5. Go ahead and add a Brook to hand. And then we're going to rest 2, returning the Nami, play a Capone, and I think we just passed there. So we're in a pretty good position still. We've got the Capone for a blocker, we've got the Law blocker, and like, he's got like 4 cards in hand at this point with no life. So I think we're just in a very, very good position here for ourselves. Like, there's not really anything he as a player can do to stop what's going to come after this, I think. So let's go ahead and see how he chooses to play this turn. Now, is he going to swing into characters? Is he going to swing into life? Like, at this point, I think you have to push into life, but I think he swang into the Basil. Yeah, he swang into the Basil for 6. We go ahead and choose to counter for 1. Keep that card alive. He's going to go ahead and then swing 7, I believe, into the Basil again. Yep, and we choose to 2k counter it. Then he's going to go ahead and swing another 7 into the Basil. We 2k counter that as well. Just keeping our Basil Hawkin alive, making sure that it doesn't die. He's got 7 Don... Well, sorry, no, he should have 8 Don left there. Allowing him to play like the Marco and stuff, which is good. But I think he, yeah, if I remember correctly, I don't think he took one of the Dons. This is where it was just like, oh yeah, you forgot to take a Don, my friend. So go ahead and take the Don. It's fine. Like, it's a match. I want a fair game, right? So we let him just take the Don. Like, 2 mistakes. It's a bit of a misplay, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. I just wanted a fair game. This guy was really cool and really nice to play against, so I just wanted a fair game against him, right? So he's got 8 Don left to use. He could go ahead and play a Rush Ace, or he could go ahead and... Well, actually, no, if he had the Rush Ace, I think he would have used it already, just because obviously then he can start swinging into the Basil Hawkins for free, right? So he goes ahead and makes a Rush Luffy, though. And he's going to go ahead and swing 7 into the Basil, I think. And we go ahead and 2k counter 1 more time. And he has 2 cards, 2 Don left, and at this point, I think he has 3 cards in hand. No, he has 4. So I think at this point I was thinking, okay, what do I do here? What's the correct play? What's the math set? And he had 2 Don up, so I think I worked it out that the only possible way for him to survive this turn, the only way he could survive, was if he had literally 2 2k counters and also a Radical Beam. So he goes ahead and guard points and Josu's, and that's just the game. That's all that's left. Yeah, we're going ahead and discussing now. And no, actually, sorry. He had 2 guard points, a 2k, and a Thatch. So yeah, pretty much he needed to have 2 2Ks and a Radical Beam, but then we just still swing with the Law. So that is the game, guys. Honestly, my opponent was really nice. He was really friendly, even though obviously he did forget to take a life and he did forget to take a Dom. Mistakes happen, and I just wanted a fair game. But guys, that was a fun match. I hope you did enjoy it. I can't wait to show you the next one. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more One Piece content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Absolute Duelist, signing out.